Welcome! I hope everyone is having an amazing week, and I can't wait to dive into this chapter. This is chapter 3 of my web development course. It will get them begging for more. So the title of this amazing video is Here It Is to Start a New Website Project Using Umbraco CMS and .NET MVC. So let's go over to our screen. So open up your Visual Studio Community 2015. So click on the Windows icon on the bottom left hand side of your screen and type Visual Studio 2015. Click Visual Studio 2015 and Visual Studio should open up. Click File on the top left side of Visual Studio. Click File, New, Project. Now let's choose Web under Windows, Visual C#, Templates, and choose an empty ASP.NET web application. So now let's name our project. Let's call it My Website, and let's save our project under C drive, initpub, and let's create a new folder. Let's call it Project 1. Select folder, and click OK. Let's choose an empty ASP.NET template and click OK. So leave the other ones empty. It's now creating the project and preparing all the dependencies for our .NET empty project. As you can see it on right hand side of the screen, now the .NET empty project has been created. Now let's copy the Umbraco files into this section so we can access Umbraco CMS into our website and customize it the way we want to prefer it. So now let's go to our tools. Remember, we downloaded Umbraco CMS 7.15.3, so let's extract this file. Right click on it and click 7-zip or any file extractor that you have installed on your computer. Extract the files. Click OK. The files has been extracted. Let's open up Umbraco CMS. Let's copy everything and paste it into our empty .NET project. Right click on My Website project and click Paste. So this folder already contains a folder called bin. So click Apply to all items. Click Yes. So now click Yes. Do you want to replace this DLL? Click Yes. Click Yes again. Replace web.config. Click Yes. Great. So now we have Umbraco files into our .NET project. We can now customize Umbraco, create pages, functionalities, and all kinds of features that we want to implement into our own website. So the next thing that you need to do now is click Build Solution, then click Debug, Start without debugging. Now I'm sure you would come across this error. So to solve this error is go to Visual Studio, click Tools, NuGet Package Manager Console. So it's basically telling us that this file could not be loaded. Reason for this being is that empty.NET project has an old version of this. So when we copy Umbraco CMS into our Umbraco.NET, it basically updated or replaced with a different file. So what we need to do is update Microsoft Code DOM providers. So what we need to do is go into our Visual Studio and we need to paste a single line of code. So update package Microsoft Code DOM and click enter. So it's adding the package and installing the latest version. Now that problem should have been resolved, and let's run our Umbraco website. So click on Google Chrome. It says that I need to modify the web.config to enable debugging. So just click OK. It says that I'm able to save changes to file. click OK again. Now let's go back and click Google Chrome again. And here we go. It's loading the web page. It may take a little longer, just be patient. And voila. So now it's asking us to install Umbraco 7. So the reason for being is that we need to install it using a database. Now it's asking us to create an account. So this account will be used when you log into Umbraco backend. You can specify your own password for your own security. Click Customize. And we need to choose the database. We need to choose the database type using SQL, Microsoft SQL Server. Click Microsoft SQL Server. Let's enter the server name. So the server name is located in your Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. Right click on this section, click Properties, and click General, and copy the name of the server, which is WebDev SQL Express. You might have a different name on your server, so copy that and paste it here. And let's create a new database into our SQL Management Studio. So right click Databases, click New Database, and let's name this database My Website Project 1. Click OK. So now the database has been created down here. So let's copy the name of this database into our installation. So what we need now is a credential to log into this database. Now let's create a database user to access this database. So let's go back into our SQL Management Studio and click Securities, right click on Logins and New Login, and let's call this login My Website User. Click on SQL Server Authentication and make sure these ones are unchecked for enforced password policy. So leave that unchecked and click Map to Credential and click this drop down below for our default database, which is the database name is My Website Project 1, and click up here Server Roles. Ensure all of these are checked. Click User Mapping and ensure that user is mapped to our database, which is My Website Project 1, and ensure all these boxes are checked. And click Securables, nothing you need to do here, and click Status. Ensure that is grant permission to database engine. Click Enable and go back to General. Everything's perfect. Let's just copy this username, database username, and now click OK. Oops, we forgot to create our own password. So let's add our password, Mark Serdina 123.password, and paste it or type it in the password field and confirm password field, and finally click OK. So it's come up an error saying that this username already exists, so let's change this into something else. My website database user, and click OK. So now we have our database user that we can enter in our Umbraco installation. Let's type that here. Oops, that's the password. And so that username was my website database user, or you can name your own database to what you preferred. There, click the field and paste it. So here we have a database user that accesses this database, and this database is stored on our SQL Express server, and we copy the password that we created, that we added into our database user, which is this password that I just created randomly. You can create your own password based on what you preferred. Let's go back to Umbraco installation and click continue. So now click this X. It says, do I need a custom machine key? Click continue. Now it's asking me whether I need to install a starter website. So what it does, if you choose a starter website, it already populates pages for you in your Umbraco backend that you can customize. But we don't want that. We want to start everything from scratch. So let's click no thanks. I do not want to install a starter website. Click that. Now the Umbraco installation is being processed. This might take a while, so be patient, enjoy, relax. It's now redirecting to our Umbraco backend. Beautiful. It's loading. Click X. Here we have our Umbraco backend content management system that we can customize. We can upload images, we can add content, we can configure pages, templates, and document types. We can also add packages, data types, macros, relation types, and we can also create a user into our backend. And we can also add members. So members are the ones that log in to your website. So if you have a website and you allow them to log in, all of those members will come up here, and forms will go more about forms later on. There are content. Now we have a back end that we can customize based on what we preferred and what we want to display. So Umbraco content management system is just the back end. It's where we put everything, our content, our text, our images, our videos, our photos, any type of content that we want to display on our front end. So the front end view of our website is going to be beautiful, and it's going to be customized. So what you see here right now is just your Umbraco backend. It's where everything is stored. It's where texts are stored. And like I said, images, videos, files, PDFs, Word, and this is where we're gonna be creating pages for our website, and subsections and sections and all that kind of stuff that what you see on normal website. Now we have a backend, and that is a great tool to manage our content, because we don't need to actually go into our codes all the time. We can just edit content here. But every time we want to display our content to our website, to our front end, we need a template. So a template is where we customize how we want to display our content. The boxes, the images, the size of the images, paddings, the margins, the colors, the background, the size, the width, the length of the images, the pop-ups is where we put all our codes in our template. So thank you so much for watching until the end of this video, and I hope you learned a lot of what we cover in this video. So what we covered is how we create an empty project using .NET MVC and we copy and paste our Umbraco files into the .NET MVC and run that and install database name and create a database user and run the Umbraco installation. So thank you so much and stay tuned for more amazing videos coming next. So the next video is going to be about how to create a homepage for your website that you can show it to your customers, your clients, to your employers, to your friends, whoever you want to show your website, your craft, your amazing craft to the world. So thank you so much and have a great day.